If you're a fan of IPL, then it's fair to assume that you'd have thanked Mukesh Ambani for broadcasting it free of charge on the Jio Cinema App. I mean, sure, Disney Star has won the TV rights for IPL again, but a lot of us are switching over to streaming these days. Viacom 18 won the digital rights for IPL for the next 5 years. And Viacom 18, as we all know, is owned by Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Industries. They paid a massive 23,575 crores for the streaming rights, and by some miracle, decided to allow us all to watch it for free. Mr. Mukesh Ambani and his family are known to be big fans of cricket and even own the Mumbai Indians franchise. But if you ever thought they're doing it for the love of the game, then you need to stay tuned for this video till the very end. Because I'm going to explain just how a shrewd businessman like Mr. Ambani plans to recover every rupee and then some by allowing us to watch his favorite game for free. And guys, if you enjoy such videos, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more such financial content. Prior to this year, if you wanted to watch IPL, you had to buy a subscription from Disney Hotstar for 299 rupees a month or 1499 rupees for the whole year. For this price, you could happily watch IPL as well as other sports, movies, web series, documentaries and more on Disney Hotstar, which, like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu and the likes, are OTT platforms. Disney Hotstar is, by the way, the most popular one in India, and since 2014, it was trying to create a sports broadcast monopoly in India. OTT platforms are the new buzzword in town, and because of improving internet connectivity and smart TVs, have become very convenient to use. First, cable TV became unpopular, and now even satellite TV such as Tata Sky, Dish TV and Airtel DTH are slowly going out of fashion. It's all OTT these days, especially with a younger audience. And Reliance doesn't want to be left behind in this game. So what did they do? Simple. They took the biggest sporting event in the world, the Football World Cup, and streamed it for free a few months ago. And now they're taking the biggest sporting event in India and doing the same. It's just that there's a price tag of 23,500 odd crores attached to it. So how exactly do they intend to recover this hefty sum? A lot of you must be thinking that Reliance will let everyone watch this year's IPL for free and get everyone addicted to its viewing experience with some fancy features like 4K, etc., and then begin charging and earning from subscription revenue in later seasons. After all, that was their business model when they first released Jio. First, internet was free and you only had to purchase the hardware such as the Wi-Fi router, etc. Slowly but surely, after they got a large enough user base, they began charging for internet as well. But it's different this time around because subscription revenue will be too low considering the scale of Reliance Jio would like to operate at. Advertising revenue too won't be enough to cover the entire amount paid for streaming rights, and I'll get to that in a bit. So, if the numbers of direct monetization don't add up, and by direct monetization, I mean either earning through money paid for subscriptions or advertisements, then it's only logical that Team Reliance is planning an indirect approach. Because after all, Mukesh Ambani has been a master at introducing a thing that is of relevance to the masses and later cashing in on it. Reliance basically comes, elevates your standards for free, then sells you the survival pill for it. Like by giving you the SIM and internet for free, they made everyone understand how beautiful the internet is and how important it is for your future. If they hadn't made it free, a large part of India wouldn't have thought about paying for 4G. So you could say that all they do is show you the use case, make your life empty without it, then charge for it. So now that we know the bait, free streaming of IPL matches on Jio Cinema App, let's try to understand the trap. Data. Yes, we're going to be consuming a whole lot of data to watch the matches. And Reliance is hoping that we buy more data from them. Let's discuss. Data, they say, is the new oil. And nowhere is this phrase more relevant than Reliance Industries. Because Reliance is literally shifting its focus from legacy petrochemicals and oil business to new age ones such as digital. And data plays a huge role in it. Let's do some back of the envelope calculations here. But let me put out a couple of disclaimers before that. First one is that these figures I'm about to discuss are approximate ones, and I've taken the liberty to make assumptions. But I'll explain my logic behind them as well. And secondly, Reliance has a media empire, and famous business outlets such as CNBC, TV18 and Money Control are owned by it. So please don't cross-check these numbers with Money Control articles, as I found them to be very biased and outright misleading when it comes to this particular topic. Okay, so after considering all possible scenarios where you have the option of watching matches in medium, standard, high quality and 4K, if you take an average, you consume approximately 3 GB worth of data to watch a 3.5-hour IPL game. But let's assume not everyone watches the full game, and so we'll round this figure down to 2 GB. There are 74 games in total, including the knockout stages and finals. So throughout the IPL, you could say 148 GB worth of data will be consumed per viewer. And I'm not even considering pre and post match shows which some viewers like watching. Okay, so moving on. Let's come to our second variable, cost per GB of data. I've given Reliance the complete benefit of doubt here. While industry experts say that the average cost of data in India is 14 rupees per GB, Reliance has introduced a new cricket plan with ultra low rates. I've assumed all viewers will be consuming data as per these new ultra low rates, and I've taken the weighted average of all three plans combined. Then, as per my calculation, consuming data from Reliance Jio would cost you just 4 rupees per GB as opposed to 14 rupees industry standard, which would entail a total cost of 592 rupees of data per viewer throughout the duration of the IPL, which is 52 days. Now let's come to the third variable, which is how many people in India are expected to use Jio's internet to watch the IPL. Akash Ambani, the chairman of Reliance Jio, recently announced that the telecom giant has a user base of 430 million. That's 43 crore users. I would assume that a good portion of the people using Jio's internet service would likely watch IPL on Jio Cinema App. Let's split this into 4 scenarios. Scenario 1 would involve where all 430 million Jio users watch IPL on Jio Cinema. If this were true, Reliance would earn a total of 25,456 crores from charging for data alone, considering 592 rupees of data per viewer for the IPL as we had discussed before. And this is just for 1 year. Remember, they paid 23,575 crores for purchasing streaming rights for 5 years. If you assume 75% of their user base watches IPL on Jio Cinema App, their data consumption bill comes up to 19,100 crores approximately. Again, for 1 year. If we assume 50%, it comes up to 12,728 crores. And even if we assume just 25%, the figure is 6,364 crores per year. And remember, I've taken just the base case scenario in terms of rates per GB, which I've assumed less than 1/3 standard industry rates. Direct advertising revenue is another bonus, and Reliance is expected to rake in around $350 million from advertisers in this year's IPL, which is around 2,800 crores, which, like I said earlier, is not much in the grand scheme of things, but could add up to a substantial amount over 5 years, especially considering an increase of 10 to 15% every year. Then there could be additional benefits accruing to Reliance as well. In general, it's very tough to make people upgrade from 4G to 5G because it's not only about paying more money for data, but you also need to upgrade to a new device that supports 5G. Just switching SIM cards is not enough. So by using IPL streaming in 4K quality, Reliance is giving us a use case to make us realize the importance of low latency in 5G services in the hopes that we may upgrade to it over the next 5 years. Because once 4K becomes standard, you can't just move back to lower quality viewing experience. And if Reliance does manage to do that, it opens up a whole new revenue stream to them, and numbers will be eye-boggling. Of course, there's also a possibility that they may even begin charging for subscription to the Jio Cinema app in the next couple of years, after they have a big enough user base on the app. Then there's one more way Mr. Ambani is putting the squeeze on Disney Hotstar, which is showcasing IPL on satellite TV. Basically, Reliance is the majority shareholder in Den and Hathway cable networks, which provide satellite TV to 1.7 crore Indians out of a total of 14 crore cable connected TV screens. These companies controlled by Reliance have decided to remove Star Sports channel from their basic packages. So, if any one of these 1.7 crore viewers want to watch IPL on TV, they would have to purchase an additional costlier package or buy Star Sports individually, or switch over to other DTH players such as Tata Sky, Dish TV or Airtel, which are way costlier. Meanwhile, all of those same users have the option to watch IPL on Jio Cinema for free. So there you have it, a masterstroke move by a very shrewd businessman indeed, cashing in on his favorite game, all the while pretending to be a public benefactor. And these are just the possible scenarios which I could think of today. God knows what plans Reliance has for the next 5 years, for which they have bought streaming rights. But this we can say with surety even now. For Reliance, data is indeed their new